All right.
All right. Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Day or night, wherever you are, I hope you're having a great time. My guest today has been very, very requested, and I think even Miso has requested. She's like very excited. She just would not leave my side. She's been waiting for this for so long. And it is somebody who I wholeheartedly consider a contender for the Rising Star of the Hype Awards for 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give a warm welcome to the CHESTNUT TANUKI. Hello, thank you for being here. It's going to be such a fun time chatting with you, so thanks a lot for stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm hyped. You are very too kind. I said very too kind. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm stumbling now because of that really warm welcome.
Okay, that's totally all right.
Yeah, all right.
Just we're having good vibes. We're chilling. We're having a great time. And then also, look, I totally relate because when I hop on here, the reception that the chat gives is just like amazing. Like we have such a great community. And so even like before I started hit live on this stream, we had so many people in the chat just ready to go. I see all these names in here. I see Desnez, I see Ronnie, I see Terrible TJ, Winston. There's so many people out here in full support. So I want to say, if you guys have not liked the stream already, go and like the stream. And also, subscribe to the channel and also subscribe to CHESTNUT. You can find CHESTNUT in all sorts of platforms, which I think is a nice transition into what exactly you do, particularly for your type of content, because it is unique in our space. So would you like to give an introduction as to what kind of content you do?
It can give an introduction. Yep. So I do a lot of short form content. I actually started off as a TikToker. I have been slowly making my way into YouTube as of recently. I actually like posted my first video like 4 months ago, but then I like never really did anything with it. I did like some long form stuff, but I realized that like once YouTube Shorts kind of came about, that I wanted to like kind of be more of a shorts creator. I like doing short form, and then I like doing live streams. So they're like long form is fun to me, but it's something that isn't as like, it doesn't have that kick that I think short form content does. So I make, minute, 2-minute videos, pop those out, and they're pretty fun, I think.
Yeah, they've been very, very like they've been received very, very well. And what's interesting is that, whenever I was on here asking for people for guests, your name popped up. And again, what's unique with you is that you do a lot of short form content, which is very interesting. And it's something that I definitely am interested in diving into because I felt comfortable doing long form content. That's been my thing since I started doing YouTube. And so short form is a whole new can of worms, a whole new ball game. So it's very interesting that you dived into that area of content creation, which is really, really cool. And it's really booming. Like it's the big thing nowadays. So I think you really do have an edge in tapping into a whole new audience over on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, which is really, really cool. So is there any sort of your thoughts in terms of making short form content? Do you have any sort of like advice, say for example, like for me who wants to go and get into doing short form content?
So I do. I think that especially if you guys like the edited format of my content, it is actually pretty easy to do, especially if you have a phone. I do all of my editing on my phone. I get all my clips on my phone. I don't use any other external site, and I use mostly CapCut, which is an application that is actually owned by TikTok. So, that's kind of how I found out about it. But you can do all of your editing like on your phone. I record my videos on my phone. I import them. I actually, the only thing that I do for my audio is that I use my mic just because I can't connect it to my phone. So I do import audio just because I wanted that level of quality. But if you have a phone and you can click a button in CapCut, you can make the same videos as well. And I think it's really cool that it's so accessible to everybody. You know, clips are available on YouTube. The majority of my clips I get off of YouTube, or I'll download it from like, you know, one of the illegal sites. But
Yep.
yeah, it's all about just like having an idea, saying a couple things about it, and then just like making sure that it's presentable, having a good like presence on cam. So that's basically it. It's not like super difficult to do it. It is time consuming, especially if you want to do like a lot of added effects and sounds and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But for like the basics, if you have like a microphone or like your even just like your cell phone and you got an idea, you can make these shorts as well, and they can go pretty big. So
Yeah, I did use CapCut primarily because of the auto captions, which are a big thing with short form content. Because being able just to press a button on a free program to like automatically make captions is really like really beneficial. I think what I did is I tried to make short form content to begin with through Premiere Pro, because that's all I know at the moment. And it was like, get to download some external thing to make it go auto captions, and you're going to do all this stuff. Meanwhile, in CapCut, you just put your video in, press a button, and it automatically does it in like half a second, which is super cool. So it has been very useful for me, but I think it's just like I get a bit in my head about producing the content. Like, do I make it really edited? Do I not make it really edited? What do I
mhm.
do exactly? So it's kind of, yeah, I think I guess I have the long form content creator in my head going into short form, which is not it. I should probably change my way of thinking for
So
it.
so there are different ways, like especially if you like doing long form and you like having these streams and stuff. Sometimes it's really cool to just take clips and put them down there. I know that especially if you have like your streams, live streams available, you just put yourself at the top, whatever the topic is, you put it at the bottom, and you just see if people like you. It's also a really good way to get people to come to your live streams,
Mm,
because they'll see these videos, they'll be like, oh, I really like this.
yeah,
And then a lot of people come watch it live because it's like I want to get this information first. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's right.
So it's like there's a lot of ways that you can kind of transition from that short form content to long form too, but then also from long form to short form by like just kind of using
Yeah,
what you already got.
yeah.
So
I think that's been my strategy at the moment, just taking these kind of clips and putting them down at the moment. But I really want to make content from scratch, just specifically for the short form, because I think that'd be really interesting. Um,
okay.
so do you take essentially the same kinds of videos and just post them onto TikTok and Shorts, or do you make them specifically for each platform?
That is actually a really good question. I do So usually all of my edited videos are the same content cross platform. So YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are the three platforms I use. They're also like the three best platforms for these type of videos. So all of my like highly edited ones, you'll see like my recent video on YouTube. It's on all three are the same. For TikTok specifically, sometimes I'll do just like the regular TikTok videos where I've been trying to make them a little bit more fun, having
Mm-hmm.
videos play, you know, having the manga panels, switching back and forth. You know, that's the stuff that is kind of exclusive to my TikTok. For Instagram, I do post like regular pictures. So I'll post like beach pictures or like cute pictures of myself when I'm feeling it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So that's like the exclusive for the Instagram. For the YouTube, is the live streams. So
Yeah.
that's so like not no there's not really a short form or like a picture type thing, but for my TikTok specifically, there's a lot of stuff that is only available on my TikTok that I don't put on other platforms.
Yeah, cool. And how do you find in terms of like feedback, like in terms of exposure, like is there been like something you've noticed that stand out compared to posting on TikTok and YouTube in terms of this content?
You mean like how much like the shorts actually get viewed and
I
stuff
guess
and like
so.
how
Like, are
much
you
like
noticing like, yeah, you put it on TikTok, you're like, oh, this video got like really good on TikTok, but this one on like Shorts, like it's a little bit different, or like, is there something that kind of stands out to you between the two?
Oh yeah, so like it all kind of okay, so it all kind of depends on the platform. So
Hmm.
sometimes like things like I so recently I kind of I hit 3,000 subscribers, but it's because one of my shorts blew up.
Yeah.
It has 80K views.
Oh my god.
And I got yeah, so because of that, people check out my channel, they come in, they see it. That's what really drives subscribers. So
Hmm.
people will see your content, they'll go to your channel and they'll do it. When you have a short blow up, it's so much better than having a regular video blow up. because it's so much easier to subscribe because you're on your phone and it's literally right there. You literally go when you're on the short and you click on the bottom and you just subscribe. It is a little different for TikTok. So if you have like a short blow up on YouTube, most likely you're going to get a lot of like followers and subscribers. For TikTok though, sometimes things blow up, sometimes don't. The algorithm has actually been a little weird lately, and especially when you're reaching like a milestone. Like I'm almost on 20K on TikTok, but when you reach like those milestones, for some reason TikTok doesn't push you as much until you reach it,
Okay.
and then it blows you out of the water.
All
Yeah,
right.
so it's really weird. So you just have to keep posting consistently, and sometimes like people just don't follow. They look at your stuff, they have it, and it's like you'll have a video blow up, but it's like, oh, I didn't get really that many followers from it, or it's like a video that maybe you only had 2,000 views, you get 100 followers, and you're like,
Mhm.
oh, people really like that. So it's kind of just like it depends. But yeah, there's definitely different. Like there are 2 videos that I posted on Instagram went absolutely viral. Posted them to YouTube, they got like 300 views, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, yeah. I had the same thing happen to me. Like I went and did a cut up clip of me chatting with Kev where he talked about how he considers Lucci Admiral level, and so I cut it up, put it on TikTok, and then yeah, it's got 200,000 views, which is the most I've gotten for a video so far. Like, oh my god, that's crazy. So then I put it onto YouTube Shorts, and then I got about 2,000 views. So it's like it's very interesting how that works. Yeah, but it's I feel that's something that I have done. So like I put like a video out on Shorts, and then yeah, I found out I had like 10 subscribers extra, and it's like, oh my god. When I joined the Reverie, I got like maybe like 8, 10 subscribers. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. When I did this little short, they got like even just like 3,000 views. I got like 10 subscribers. Oh, like what? So
Yep.
that's really cool, and that's something that I think I know it is the way to go and gain more subscribers, but I feel that now that I have more of a routine with like my content at the moment, I feel that maybe that's something I need to dive into, because I have a lot of topics I'd like to talk about, and I feel that a lot of topics, they don't justify making into a 10-minute long form video, because you're risking dragging out the content and making it kind of just padded out with filler. But yeah, as a short form, I think it'd be really good to go and jump into, and I think it'd be having you as like you're somebody that a lot of people can now look to for inspiration, because again, people look at the big subscribers on here making long form content as a means to do anime videos and One Piece videos. But for short form, I think that you're now showing that you can most definitely hop onto the short form content and then make a really nice following. And again, you've just hit your milestones on TikTok with your followers, and so I think that's a really cool thing to a lot of people to aspire to. So
Yeah, I'm almost to 20K, and it happened actually to me every single time I reached like a milestone. It was like right before I hit 10K. I was at 10K for like 3 4 weeks, like almost a month, and I was, or like right before 10K, I was like 9,500. I was like, oh my gosh, I'll never reach it. It'll just never happen. And then it happened, and I gained like 2,000 subscribers like in the next day. And it's like TikTok is very weird. They change up their
yeah,
algorithms all the time. They'll push certain people, but I think that the big thing is to just stay consistent.
yeah,
And it's something that is very hard if you're posting every day, or if
uh-huh,
you're trying to do stuff every day. And I find myself that's like I have a lot of videos that I'm like, these are one-off videos I can never repost again. So it's like
mm.
I've been trying recently to do videos where it's like I could repost this in like 3 to 4 months. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah,
trying to get like this library of videos because it is hard to do like consistent content every single day. And sometimes it's easier to just take out my phone, record on TikTok, and that's it. And you know what I mean? It's like that's what I record with. But it's really hard to keep consistency.
yeah,
But I think that it's easier for short form content, especially if you do live streams, to kind of mix it up a little bit. Put some stuff with live streams, put some stuff like just like original shorts content. Um, but it's all about kind of managing that work life balance. So whatever you can manage, and if you can post consistently on, let's say, Tuesdays and Thursdays, do that. Because once you get a rhythm, then you can keep in the rhythm.
yeah, that's right.
Because like changing stuff is awful. So like I used to not post every day. So I've been posting every day, and it's been it's been a lot, but I'm managing it. I'm working towards it.
Yeah, yeah, doing it every day. That's yeah, it's quite a thing to put yourself into, but again, it's the whole rhythm. So if you just like have that routine, you're like, "Yep, I know exactly how long it would take to make this video and edit it, and you can make it work around your schedule, then that's great. So yeah, but doing it every day,
The
that's
big thing
yeah.
is having clips. You just need to get clips. If you have a really good clip library, you can put out shorts like, oh, I like sometimes I don't even need to download clips and I just have everything. I just talk over it and it's like 30 minutes and I'm like, damn, like, that was easy. But sometimes I don't have it. I have to go search and do research on it and it takes me like 3 hours. So give and take.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If anybody would like to throw on any questions for me and Chestnut, please go and do so. Because I feel that this is a really nice opportunity for you guys to go and ask any sort of questions that may be on your minds. And also, I just want to say thank you to, we have some gifted memberships from Terrible TJ. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. All of your support is just amazing. I really do appreciate everybody out here. Like every single person in this chat has a little icon next to their name to say that they're a member. That's awesome. Also, Miso, you cannot have enough. You need all the attention. I'm gonna put you down here. All right, so something that I thought would be really neat for you to touch on, because in Australia this is not very like as big. I mean, in Australia we have some expos, like we have, 2 or 3 kind of expos that happen, but over there it's a lot bigger and there's a lot more stuff happening, like actual the companies going out of their way to promote these new shows coming out, and that's with Anime Expo. So I thought I'd go and like to go and get your first-hand account on Anime Expo. Has this ever been, like, is this your first time going to this type of event, like Anime Expo in specifically, and what were your thoughts coming out of it?
So I went to Anime Expo with my friend Hime. Hime is actually my best friend, and you should get her on next time. She is smarter than me, and she loves One Piece as well. But
Okay.
me and her decided to go because we always wanted to check it out. When I also went with my brother though too, and he had been there before, but we had never.
Mm-hmm.
On the first day, it opened at 10. Right?
Yep.
You would think that you could maybe get there, 9:30, a little bit early. No, my brother was out there at 5 a.m. I said, that's ridiculous. Why would you ever do that? That's
No.
crazy. I'm not going there at 5 a.m. We could not get in. We couldn't go to anything. I could not join any panels. We could barely, the beer garden that they had back there. And I was like, oh, maybe we'll grab some, some beers or something. The line was like a mile long, and I'm not even joking.
God.
I was like, no way. Like this is why he woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was absolutely insane. So I didn't really do anything the first day. I like walked around, saw a couple things here and there, and I was like, look, we're just gonna have to wake up early the next day. So day 2, I actually got to go to panels. Panels were very fun. I actually really liked kind of like sitting down because you get like the sneak peek. So I got to see Jujutsu Kaisen, like 90 seconds of it before it actually aired.
Okay.
Like it was like the world premiere. We got to talk to like the Demon Slayer voice actors. They had a panel with that. Undead Unluck, there was a really cool panel that day. And then Wit Studios. And the producers and all the people who make anime, like Wit Studios, the only thing you need to do to work there is to DM their social media manager and also speak Japanese. That's it. There's just 2 things.
Okay, that's a great life hack. That's not what I expected to get out of this chat with you, but good to know. Absolutely good to know.
Yeah, it was actually crazy because she was like, listen, if you guys want to work with us, go DM us and speak Japanese. I was like, what?
What? Shit. Oh my god, I'll have to start. I did Japanese class for a bit. I've dropped off, maybe. Because I mean, what does that even mean? Like, what is the job? Like, is it like to be a voice actor? Is it like just to do something? Like, what exactly would be your role if you said, hey, I want to be a part of the team?
Yeah, like just like work at an anime like corporation.
Oh my god.
Like actually crazy.
That is really cool. Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. So like I had a lot of fun in the panels, and then obviously I spent about $3,000.
Oh. Oof.
I spent a lot of money. I got a
Oof.
lot of stuff.
Oh my god. That is one of my big fears, is that I've only been to like 1 or 2 events here, and there are a lot of things around, a lot of comics, a lot of statues around, and I'm like, I the most I've spent, I don't know, I spent like a DVD or 2. That's about all I've done. But yeah, 3,000. That's a lot. But I will say, I did see your TikTok about what you got, and it's just like, it just kept coming and coming. Like, I got this, and I got this, and I got. I'm like, oh my god, is this like a? It's like I don't know. How'd you carry it home? Did you like get it delivered? Like, how'd you carry all that stuff?
Uh, I just like put everything in my suitcase because I didn't pack my carry-on at all. I just had like an empty carry-on. Now, my
Okay.
friend Hime, listen, my friend Hime brought a whole separate suitcase for the plushie she bought.
Oh my god.
It was full. It was full. She bought so many plushies, it filled up an extra suitcase.
Well, at least you can squish them down, I guess, into the suitcase. That makes sense. But oh
Yeah, bro,
man.
it was crazy. So she bought that. So we spent like we spent so much money.
Oh my god.
And that's kind of what we did for the last 2 days, which is kind of walk around, see certain things. It was it was kind of like if I didn't go with my friends and I wasn't with, my brother and my friends, I don't think I would have had as much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But because I did, I had a lot of fun with them and we went out to eat and stuff. The worst part of Anime Expo was the fact I didn't get a straw hat. Now let me tell you,
Oh no.
Netflix, I got beef because every time I would go up and ask for a straw hat, I saw them walking with the straw hats and they would walk away from me. I'm like, come here, come here. Could not went up on the last 2 days. I went up there, I think every hour on the hour to ask what they were doing it. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna do that. Oh, we just did one. It was awful. I think that the organization of Anime Expos is awful. I can't believe I didn't get one. It hurt. It hurt me. I'm broken as a person because I didn't get a straw hat. Oh my god.
And I'm guessing that would have been a lot. I'm guessing there would have been a lot of straw hats walking around. You're like, give me that. You grab them. Like, tell me where you. where are they?
Oh. Bro, I saw somebody with 3 straw hats. I was like, I was ready to fight. I was ready to get up and fight somebody. Personally, I am 5'2", bro. I was about to throw.
That's dangerous.
I really wanted a straw hat.
That's dangerous.
I wanted one so bad.
You get a lot of shots in. That's dangerous. Oh man, that's devastating. Did you get to see anything in particular from like the One Piece panel, like the One Piece kind of stuff that they had there?
Now let me tell you something.
Oh no, we're done.
I told you, I got huge beef with Netflix because of this, because their thing was so poorly organized. They had basically like a sneak peek for the One Piece live action. And with the One Piece live action, like sneak peek, you had to sign up, like with a QR code in the beginning of the day.
Mm-hmm.
There was only like a certain amount of spots, so it's like you had to do it. The issue is that you could do it multiple times if you got there early. So people were doing it multiple times and getting these multiple straw hats. Because they'd go through, they get the straw hats, but then they'd also hand them out to other people. But like, you couldn't go see the sneak peek because people would go in there multiple times. I think that was bull. I think that you should have been able to sign up before, or if it was like a ticketed event, they should have just made it a paid event. I would have paid like $10 to go see, a couple clips or something. And I think that instead of showing it in there, they should have showed it in one of the big things so that more people could see it.
Yeah, I think that probably would have been the way to go.
Yeah, it was one of the most unfair things. I was so mad at that I got so sad. My voice changed and my friend was like, "Yo, are you okay?"
Oh no.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then I got really mad afterwards. I was like, "This sucks," because I know that people went and saw stuff multiple times. And it's like, I just wanted a straw hat. I wanted to see a sneak peek. I heard what the sneak peeks were, but I never got to see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll just rant about this all day.
Where was Matt Owens? Where was Matt Owens? Like,
he's lucky I didn't see him, or else I would have asked him for a straw hat. If I would have saw this man walking around, I'd be like, "Come on, you can get another one. You run the show."
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we're out here promoting this thing like day in, day out, daily TikToks. Like, I'm promoting this shit. Like, come on. Oh man.
Yeah.
Did you get the chance to see any other content creators while you were there?
I did. So
Okay.
I actually so Hime is actually another content creator. She was the one I went there. So she does like really cool comedy skits. Just started doing shorts on YouTube too. So I always gotta shout out my girl because we're best friends. The second creator I saw was Parvision. Now, me and
Okay.
Parvision met up, and the funniest thing is that he didn't have a ticket to Anime Expo, and there are people on the outside of Anime Expo, and they were selling badges for $200. I was like, Par, let's just buy you a ticket so you can come inside. And he's like, I don't want to pay 200. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I probably won't even go like I'm not going the last day. And I'm like, what about 100? Like, would you pay like around that? And he's like, yeah, I'd pay like 100 because, 2 days, like
Mhm.
50 bucks. Like, it would kind of be
Yeah.
good for that pass. So I went up to the guy and I haggled and I got
Oh,
that pass for $100.
wow. So yeah, you helped Parvision get into there. Wow. Wow. What a
Oh, yeah.
that's some good
I
stuff. Wow.
I waited outside because I remember I was like, all right, give this to me for $100. He's like, no, it's 200. I said, no, I'm not paying that. You can give it to me for 100. He's like, no, how about 150? No, 120. And I was like, all right, goodbye. And then he's like, all right, we'll do 100. And I was like, part
Oh
part
wow.
was there, and dude, he was like, oh, I can't
Yeah,
believe you
you
did
went out and
that.
batted for him, and he's like, you think I'm playing? Nah, nah. We're throwing down. We're throwing hands. Nah. I ain't stand for this. I'm gonna get my man in here.
I
Nah, come on, Pa. Come on.
Yeah. So then Par saw me spend an inordinate amount of money. It was actually insane. He was like, "You guys are crazy," and I'm like, I have like my 5 bags. I'm like, "What's up?" Um, and then I actually did meet up with King of Lightning, and
That's
that was
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
We walked around because we were trying to find him like bleach stuff, and we couldn't find him anything. But then we had lunch with him at the beer garden because like on the other days the beer garden was like pretty chill.
Yeah.
But it was really nice with the 20 charisma, bro. Yeah, listen, I was able to
Yeah.
get that, bro. I I did it. But yeah, I had like a ton of fun then. Because I got to meet somebody. He said he wanted to start short content too. I showed him like some of my stuff. He's like, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to teach me." So I was like, "Oh, we'll see when he actually wants to get into the shorts game because that's kind of where it's at right now,
Oh, and
like
like
the
yeah.
shorts content."
Yeah, and like I'm a big fan of King of Lightning. Like he is one of those people that like inspired me to start making videos because it was just so funny. Like his just like reactions to the manga chapters, I just love them. And it's just like yeah, the with his like editing team and like with his like clips of like when he's reacting to the episodes and chapters, like there is such good like content to be clipped up and put out there. But then also him doing some like short form of like his opinions would be really really cool. I think it'd do really really well. Yeah.
So I think he's gonna start that at some point. Because like Parvision has been trying to convince him and stuff, but he was super chill. Everybody would kept coming up to him and we're like, "Oh my god, you're famous." And he's like, "No, I'm not famous." And I'm just like, "Oh, they're coming up to you, dude."
Yeah.
But he was really chill. It was really cool meeting him. But yeah, and then I met a couple of my other like friends from Discord. I don't know if you know who Ragnar is. I actually met up with him. He's a mod and like one of my close
Okay.
friends.
Yeah.
He sometimes you'll probably see him in like the chats everywhere. But I met up
Yeah.
with him. It was really cool. But yeah, not that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that's really cool, and I think that's really neat how there are opportunities there to just like to meet up with people like that. Like you just hang around and meet up with these content creators, and I bet they're really cool just to kind of approach and just chat because we're on here just doing our own thing. Um, but yeah, that's really really cool that you had that experience. Yeah, it's a shame that I'm over here in in the upside
Upside
down
down
land. Yeah,
land.
upside
Oh my god.
upside down
The
land. Yeah,
future.
future sight. Yeah. Um, I want to out you so bad for what happened this morning with the.
Listen, okay, listen. How was I supposed to know that Australia it's Monday?
That
Who
is pretty
it,
true.
it is Sunday in America. Eagle screech. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why this stream was delayed, bro. I totally thought it was I was like, oh my god. He
I
said
know,
Monday,
I
but
know. Yeah, it's Monday over here. Monday morning, we have that future sight. Guys, I'm warning you. Things is really insane. Just be prepared. Things are not the same. A lot of things are going to happen in the next 12 to 24 hours.
oh
You
my
watch me say
god.
that, and actually something does crazy happen. Oh my god. Yeah, I am telling the truth. I am. So with that being said, again, I would just like to go and say thank you to everyone, including yourself, Chestnut. for being here. It's been just fun because just being able to chat back and forth and just because have some good banter is always great. And a lot of people on here, it's just you feel that you can just like kind of chat with them like you've known them for so long because we have such a we have like such a similar kind of mindset in terms of like making content as well as with the series. It is really fun, so I really do appreciate you being here and for everyone in the chat for showing your support. So I see Dax in here chatting away, so that's super fun. So I thought that maybe we should transition now into some talks about One Piece in general, because I mean that's why I'm here. That's why we're here. So,
All right.
I believe that you have a lot of thoughts in regards to the latest episode. I know you really had a deep dive into this latest episode.
You're trying to expose me. I watched it all the way through, did not speed up, did not skip any clips, I
No.
swear.
No, definitely not. Definitely not 10 minutes before we started. No, definitely not.
Definitely not. Listen, bro, the one of the best fights in the manga was adapted.
Oh, that's true.
And that is, of course, yeah, Raizo versus Fukuro. Um, it was the highlight of the episode. It was the only thing I was looking forward to. And honestly, I don't even think anything important is happening.
No,
After that
I think I remember you saying, "Oh, that fight was cool." You switched it off, and then I was like, "Oh, so what do you think about like
Yeah.
the animation?" You're like, "Oh, the flames are really cool, and the voice acting was great." It's like, but the ending, you're like, "What? That was it."
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, that's it. There's no. I don't know about you guys, but you know, maybe something happens in the next couple episodes. I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
just
again, that future sight, I don't know. I think I may know a thing or two. But I have that feeling, it's pretty crazy. But
I will say the episode was really good. I did not expect Vincent Chainsair to have like another scene. I was like, does this man see his family? Has he seen his family? Man, I don't know.
this man has it for his family. This man's out here just like in the trenches. This man's just like just bleeding knuckles is drawing these panels, like drawing these scenes. These are crazy. Oh man. But yeah, it is insane that now it's like I have a really surreal feeling seeing these panels that like like I see on Twitter, I see like tonight it's gonna be adapted and it has like a panel of like what it is. I'm like, oh my god, that's such an iconic like scene, and we've seen it for this long, and it's finally gonna be adapted, and it feels more and more real, and it's just such a surreal feeling. And especially because what's gonna happen next is, and that we like now officially pretty much have a date, for when it happens is like, oh my god, like
Yeah, the Gear 5 stuff I think is going to be really interesting because it has been nobody is unspoiled at this point.
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
was I mean, it was plastered over Anime Expo. They were handing out flyers with it at Anime Expo with it Gear 5 on the cover. So
That's
I
crazy.
don't even feel bad talking about it anymore because at this point, if you say you're not spoiled, you either aren't online or you're lying. Everybody's been spoiled on Gear 5. But because of that, I feel like the episode is going to have an extra flair to it.
Oh yeah.
This is not like 10/15, but like better than 10/15.
Yeah.
So it can't just be like classic anime transformation. We get that scroll. We see like everything kind of go. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be like to the nth degree. And I'm hoping that it is. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's just it is crazy, isn't it? Because the animation for like 10/15, 10/17 has, and everything else with like Zoro, and it's been absolutely insane. Like it has been movie quality insanity, and all we know is that Gear 5 needs to be like, it needs to stand out way above those. You don't want Gear 5 to come out and be like, Gear 5 was like, the animation for like Zoro and King was better than that. Like kind of nah. You want Gear 5 to be like, oh my god, this is it. Like when 10/15 dropped and stuff like that. Like, oh my god, this is like the best animated episode ever. And it has to stand out, like you mentioned. And I mean, there like been rumors flying around everywhere about like how they have potentially done in talks with like Warner Brothers for like sound effects and stuff like that. I don't know if anything is confirmed, but I've just like heard rumors left and right. I don't know, but it's like just the expectation for what they're going to deliver is so up there, and it's like it's limitless. Like our hype for it. So I'm so excited to see what they do, and how it is going to be animated. And I would actually love if they did something like you know, with like Into the Spider-Verse, how they had like Peter Parker and Miles Morales, like different kind of animation like frames, like how it's like totally different than everything else. Like they went to the degree of doing that. I would love if Luffy was animated in such a unique, different way that stood out, not just with the style, but like how he was animated. I don't know. I just really want to see it in motion. It's going to be absolutely bonkers.
There is a lot of animators that have either like confirmed that they're working, or it's like very much like rumored, like yeah, they're on it. And when you see this list of animators, you see that there are quite literally some of the best animators in the industry on
Yeah.
board. Actually, I have a list of like all of them that I've compiled. Uh and when you start looking what is it? It's like Masami Mori, stuff like that. He's the guy who did like the Luffy Roger scene in 1015.
Yeah.
Um there's a couple other animators. There's like the one animator who did the Naruto fight. He does like all that hand-to-hand combat fight, like the
Mm-hmm.
Naruto Momoshiki Sasuke fight. Like you see all of this stuff and you see these animators like come on and you're just like, this is gonna be like a mixed mass of all anime. Hopefully the direction can kind of pull it all together. And I think that's gonna be the
Yeah.
most important thing. The direction needs to not have it be so jarring. So people with
Yes.
certain animation types need to animate certain scenes, basically. So we'll see how they actually do.
Yeah.
But it is going to be, I think, less Warner Brothers type. Like it's I don't think it's gonna look like Disney Warner Brothers type stuff. I think it's going to look like the fluid Japanese animation that like you would expect to see in like a very loose or like old school anime. Like Studio Ghibli type style. And I think that that might be the direction they go for. But we're just gonna have to see.
Yeah, okay. That'd be, yeah, because that Studio Ghibli style is a very nice style, and it's a very unique one too. So that'd be really interesting to see if he does that as well. Like
There's one animator on there who does like a very similar style who was
ah,
confirmed to work on the episode. So
okay, okay. And it's like, yeah, like Luffy's character in Gear 5 is like having that kind of childlike wonder. Like he can imagine anything he wants and he can really manifest it. So it's like, it would be interesting to have someone like working on like a Studio Ghibli one, because it has that kind of sane feel, and yeah, I like that. So that'd be really neat. Okay, come on. Up down. Misa wants to hear all about all the different animators on this. It's crazy. Um yeah, so it's almost here. I can't believe it's real, and I can't wait to go and see everyone's reactions to it. And it's very interesting because King Recon, you know, host of the Reverie 12, went and did a tweet saying, even if you don't do reaction content, even if you're a person that is an anime only or a manga reader, like he wants people to go out here and do like make video reactions of this stretch of chapters, because you know it is such like, you know, it's such a legendary thing. It's just like it's such an incredible time. And I imagine if they were able to pull off something like 1015 and 1017 having the quality of animation back to back, I wouldn't be surprised if for the stretch of next a few episodes they did that nonstop to get through this fight with Kaido. I really, because I really do feel that they could be building up to that, which would be amazing.
no, I agree.
Yeah. All right. So that being said, I feel that maybe we should Oh my god, Par's in here now.
Yeah, me and Par are like beefing a little bit because I said that Bogard might not be strong. I'm also not
Hey.
drinking Pepsi. This is water. Okay, this
Oh
is
my god.
sparkling
Whoa.
so,
Deceiving
Par,
everybody. Wow. My god. Well,
Bogard, not even his name. Yo, Dak is on my side, bro. Listen.
everyone's out here. Everyone's there is there is a fight breaking out. There's a riot in the chat right now. It is insane.
Listen.
Hey,
I know we have a.
I've only been introduced to the Bogart agenda last chapter, because once everything happened, chapter 1087, everyone's like, oh, Bogart, watch out for Bogart. And I was like, am I dumb? Did I just like miss out on Bogart? I looked it up and looked over everything. I'm like, okay, He's this guy. He says like he's like the right hand man of Garp, and he's trained up, you know, the Kobe and Helmeppo, and he's there, and he's if anything's gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen now with Bogard, and so everyone's hopping up Bogard. I mean,
I don't believe that was Bogart in the chapter. It
no,
doesn't look like Bogart to me. No, why, dude? Why is Bogart on the ship? Okay, listen, because Par is saying it in the comments. I don't think it's Bogart.
but even
If
but
it is Bogart, why is he on the ship, bro?
I mean, yeah,
You just saw your friend get stabbed. He's just like, yeah, you know.
he's just
I'm
waiting.
super strong. I'm super strong, yo. I'm just gonna wait on the ship. And he's like, ooh.
He's waiting. I mean, he's lying in wait. Like this. I mean, look, in a lot of the panels, Bogart is chilling there beside Garp, right? So then you're like, well, why isn't he on the battlefield? You gotta let Garp go out there and you know, flex on them people. He's gotta stand back. The blast radius is pretty intense. I don't know if Bogard's gonna come out and prove people wrong. I think it's gonna have to be next chapter. I don't know. It's now or never, because Garp, yeah, literally stabbed Whitebeard style through the gut. I think now is the time to maybe step up and defend your boy.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying, if that was Bogart and he saw Garp get stabbed, and he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill here for
I'm gonna just be here frowning. I'll just be here just really
like
disapproved.
Like, listen, bro, if that's Bogart, I think that's a little weird. Yo,
Par's calling us out. No.
No, hold up. Par, I will make a bet on you right now on the screen.
Oh no.
First, I don't think it's Bogart, but if it is Bogart and he is super duper strong, like he's absolutely insane, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I will make a video of whatever you want me to make, and I will say it.
Oh my god.
Within reason.
Oh
I'll say whatever crazy take, but like, you know what I mean, like.
Oh my god, this I think this is gonna have to be used as evidence. This clip, because I'm keen for next chapter. Then, if something happens or doesn't happen, oh man, that's crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna have to make like an apology video, and I have to be like, "Hello, everybody," and then I'll be like, "Me and Parv."
No. Do it. No. Here, do it with the ukulele. Make a ukulele song just talking about talking about Bogard. Okay. Yeah, but what?
No, Parv was gonna make me do something wild.
Oh, he has them. He has them planned. Like, he has his agendas. He has his thoughts. He's ready. He's ready. He's trying to get you back for I mean, honestly, look, you batted for him, getting him into Anime Expo, like, oh, man.
You get that's totally fine. You can listen. I can't dance for anything, bro, but I'll do that. I'm just saying, like, nothing like you know, like illegal. Like, I'm not gonna like rob a store and then be like, I'm Bogart. Oh. I'm not gonna do that.
That'd be a crazy short form video. I robbed the shop just as Bogart.
I robbed the shop just as Bogart.
No, do you know?
I stand outside and be like.
Do you have you ever seen that? There's like a clip years ago of some people in like FaZe Clan going into like GameStop, being like, hey, you know who I am? I'm like part of FaZe Clan. It's like, yeah, I'm famous. You like dressed up as Bogard going in the shop. Like, hey, you know who I am? It's like, no, I'm Bogard. I'm like the strongest guy. What? You know, I'm famous. I'm the right hand man of Garp. Like, I'm a legend.
Yeah, that would be kind of insane. Yeah.
Oh man. I think at least dressing up like Bogart, like for your next, like for like a week worth of videos of short form content, you dressed as Bogart. I think that's pretty good as well. I don't know. I'm putting out ideas out there to try to.
That would be so. I'd have to get like a whole costume. Yo, first I'm a father.
Think of this man. This man has a family. He's a father.
Listen, bro. I didn't think you would do it. I was just saying, like, yeah, as an example of, like, you know what I mean, like, within reason. That's all I was saying, Par, you know? I love. I figured that you probably would just have me say something bad about Blackbeard.
Man.
And then I'd cry afterwards. And then I'd have to make a follow-up video apologizing for the first video and be like, listen, I'm sorry to everybody.
we're gonna get to Blackbeard in just a little bit. I bet. But do you have any sort of thoughts? Anything else on the latest chapter, chapter 1087?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. Even though this was like a really hype chapter, I don't think there was too much story wise. Other than the fact that like Garp kind of seems like he has like the death flags,
Mm.
and stuff like that. But like otherwise, like there isn't too much. Par, I love you, bro. I was just joshing with you. I was just joking. You know. Par, don't be mad
I
at me,
love
bro.
this turned into an apology stream. just
No, I need to
trying to
rent
appease
like
the people in the
one.
chat. Like, all right, calm down. This is like how I felt when I was doing like my tier list for like top One Piece waifus and like daddies. I'm like, all right, calm down, because everyone in here was like, oh, S tier. This person's S tier. I'm like, nah, calm down. Before the stream started, people were fighting. I'm like, look,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry, man.
gosh.
I'm sorry. I gotta go with my
Bro,
feelings.
Par, I didn't mean to have beef, bro.
All
Par.
right. All right.
Oh my god.
So transitioning. You mentioned a bit about death flags that are incoming. Do you have any predictions, or maybe even like any sort of theories that you've been pondering on, or you may have heard that sound really, really interesting in regards to events happening after this chapter?
So, I think that there was one theory that I was kind of playing around in my head, and it was definitely the fact that York kind of has been showing up, and I'm wondering if, because I see death flags for Vegapunk.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that this man would make it off the island, uh, and I just don't. I don't see a lot of them making it out. The only two Vegapunks I see surviving is Lilith and York. I see York surviving because I think she has something to do with the mother frame, and she
Mm-hmm.
can complete it. And because of that, this is going to be why Emu eventually steps out into the world and takes like their place on the empty throne, because York is going to say, "Hey, don't kill me. You've always needed this power to come out, because like you have the power of the government, but it's like you need people to fear you so they don't take you out. You need this weapon. I'll give you this weapon. I'll give you this, and I'll continue to keep the mother frame alive so that you're able to do it." Um so I think that with the death of Vegapunk and with the destruction of Egghead, York will actually become a celestial dragon of sorts and
Okay.
kind of be working side by side with Emu. I see that. For Garp, I think that Garp dies for sure. Who kills him? Could be Kuzan to really show that he's with the Blackbeard Pirates. I don't think Blackbeard is coming back. I think that Blackbeard is actually on going to Egghead. So it has to be somebody who's there. Could be even like a Volo Pizarro, and that's how he gets his name at the end of the chapter. But those are like the two things that I'm kind of like seeing right now.
Okay. I really am such a huge fan of that idea, because yeah, like if York is gonna make her way out of here, she's gonna have some sort of leverage. So it's like to be able to go up to like Eam or somebody like, hey, like what I have is that valuable, and especially if Vegapunk gets taken out, it's like, look, I have this knowledge. I am valuable. You need me. You can protect me, and I will give you what you need. And I really do like that, and especially the hope of becoming a celestial dragon too. Like that was the big crux of the betrayal. It's like, I want to become this, so I think that may actually be really, really on point. There's been a lot of theories I've heard that kind of like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Well, that'll make a bit of sense, but okay, that one actually I can definitely see the necessary steps happening for this character, like moving forward to get what this character wants.
Yeah,
That's really
I don't see
cool.
death flags for York. I don't see death flags for York. There's nothing that's gonna be that's gonna kind of make York die, because I feel like that would be a waste of her character. What would be really interesting though is to kind of see Emu come to light. Emu's probably eventually going to come to light anyways, but then also see that she has the backing of a Vegapunk. So we're going to have to see how that kind of goes. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I just had a moment because during our discussion, there was a massive gift of 10 memberships from Killer Comedy TV. Um, Absolutely insane craziness. I don't even know how to process that amount of generosity. Thank you so much. You people out here in the community are insane. I honestly don't understand. Like I jump from stream to stream seeing people's chat, and you guys are out there just supporting everybody. It's just crazy. Like, so thank you so much for the support. The ultimate goal of having every single person in this chat with a with a membership with that little icon is crazy. Also, Dax, I will have more emojis, please. I'm trying to make more emojis. I only have the one because when I turned on memberships, I'm like, oh, people have emojis. I'll make one. I need to make more apparently because people out here are crazy. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. All right. So now you spoke about Blackbeard previously. Now here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I was on the Reverie, there was a lot of talk of agendas, and a lot of people had very fierce agendas. Could you please, if you have one, explain, tell your points on an agenda that you really feel strongly for?
Blackbeard top one. Plain and simple. I think too many people think that Blackbeard is going to be some weakling, or like that he hasn't shown stuff out yet. Blackbeard has basically triumphed every single fight he's done. Regardless of the way that he's done it, I don't think that there's any doubt that this man is going to be an absolute menace. I think that people who think that Luffy could like one shot him right now is ridiculous. People who think that anybody in the verse is taking Blackbeard out without massive amounts of help at the moment are ridiculous. Blackbeard, I was told Blackbeard would get low diffed. No, he is one of the strongest people in the verse right now. And we're gonna see it very soon. Like, and we'll be completely honest. Like, we didn't even really see Blackbeard ball out against Law. Like, he just like he got the damage from like Law pulling out his thing, and then it was just like that's it. We're done. And this is the person who was able to take multiple hits from Big Mom, multiple things from Big Mom, and it's like he was defeated by Blackbeard. So it stands to reason that, even though, Law had help there, uh, it's a pretty good feat. He is able to do so much stuff with his Devil Fruits. I don't see Blackbeard ever losing until it's Luffy. He's going to take nothing but W's. I think that Blackbeard is going to be the one to at least kill somebody. I think that the Shanks agenda, like the Blackbeard kill Shanks, I think that that's something that could definitely happen. He's him, plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean that's the big thing is that I've like Blackbeard. He's super duper like reckless. Like he jumps in there and he does what he does, and he may get thrown around left or right or sort of blindsided bits and every now and again because of just how crazy he goes about fighting people and getting what he wants. But at the end of the day, like he's coming out on top. Like and somebody in the last in the chapter reaction went and said, in akin to when Kaido was introduced, where it said, in a one-on-one fight, always bet on Kaido. It's like in off-screen fights, always bet on Blackbeard. Because when we cut back to him, he just like is on top winning. It's just crazy. So it's like no matter how he gets the job done, he gets it done. And which makes him so much more dangerous because he's such a wild card. And he's really improving it with how he's been going about going against, Hancock, Law, and so many other people. It's crazy. So I don't think that's too far out there. I think it's too easy just to say, Blackbeard's going to be defeated or yada yada. But like what he's doing right now is some really up there stuff. Like he's doing some really big moves at the moment.
He's him. Yeah, he is quite literally him, the incarnation of it. And I will be on my Blackbeard-ish. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna see like probably one of the coolest things from Blackbeard very soon. So I am excited.
Yeah, I feel that Blackbeard's gonna have like another huge moment, like I guess very akin to the end of Marineford, where all the stuff happened, and then Blackbeard stepped in and sort of made his massive mark at the very end of it. I feel that maybe not necessarily like picking up the scraps, but I feel that he's going to just like step in and make some massive impact, for sure. Because now the stage is being set for the final saga. Like now that we've established that Kid's been defeated, Law's been defeated, it really is leaning into whether Luffy will be defeated or kind of put down a peg in some capacity. So I feel that now the stage is being set to show who the big players are and what the threats are for the final saga. So I do feel that Blackbeard's going to be a big part of that, and he already is making moves. He already is making massive moves. But transitioning onto that as well, what would you consider as your most controversial One Piece opinion?
Which one? I feel like I have so many.
Okay,
I feel like every time I say something.
Let's break it down. Okay.
Listen, I guess my first thing is Nami versus Queen. I think that Nami could be Queen currently. I think that post Wano Queen is not him. He was completely defeated by Sanji. His dreams are defeated. He doesn't have his technology, and I think that Nami could easily mid to high diff him. I don't think that that's actually that controversial, but the fact that people use this against me when I was just like, he doesn't even have an arm. Like, yeah, Nami's winning.
Okay.
I don't even think it's a debate, especially after we saw her injure a seraphim, with the Jinbei seraphim with Zeus. Her mobility and her intelligence absolutely could best Queen. I think that her battle IQ was shown back in Annie's lobby how smart she is when she was facing off. And also because like Queen doesn't really have the best observation hockey, and we see this multiple times throughout Wano. So her like Mirage tempo is definitely going to work, and it is going to be very hard for Queen to kind of combat a lot of stuff. So that's like my first one. And I've made a video on this before, and I've dissected that there are multiple things to show that the durability of like the attack potency of Zeus could absolutely damage Queen. Considering that Zeus is a powerhouse, like Nami with Zeus is underrated, absolutely underrated. And to say that like Queen is at the same strength when he fought Sanji and could like just create some sort of new virus, which like some people said like, oh, he could just create it. It's like it took him years to do that, and also he doesn't have his lab, he doesn't have any technology right now. Like it would just be his raw strength. And we already saw that Nami was she is able to do multiple things with Zeus, as we saw with the Seraphim. And I was making this argument before the Seraphim, but after that Seraphim fight with Seraphim Jinbei with S Shark, like I don't even think it's anything, bro. But that would probably be my most controversial that people had.
I see people on here batting for you. I see people say hashtag Nami Mummy, which I like that from Ronnie. But yeah, saying look, Nami has haki for sure. That's another what people have said. What's Desna saying? Nami is related to rocks. Oh my god. Speaking of, I now that we're like getting more info on like Figureland, like with being supposedly like the head of God Valley in some capacity, we're getting ever so closer to getting more info out of Rocks. That's something I'm really looking forward to. I think that character is amazing. And also the whole theory of how he could potentially be still alive makes it so funny, because the thought of right now we are kind of just establishing kind of the big players in the final saga. Like, hey, we have this people, we have Mihawk and Crocodile, we've got Blackbeard over here, we've got Eam over here, and we're kind of seeing the stage. If something all of a sudden was like, oh, guys, guess what? Rox is still alive. That is hilarious, because then everything flips. It's like, well, what the fuck do we do now? Like, what is this? And I guess it's I'm trying to think. It's very similar to like God's Knights. I'm like, oh, now we have this whole other group of top tier fighters here. How are they going to play into everything? That's crazy. I love it when you're thinking it's going one way, and then you get a new player to step in and kind of change the game. I really do like that. I love those wild cards. But yeah, definitely. That's a good. I really do like that, and I think Nami being a more formidable fighter is really, really cool. And she's a part of the future Pirate King's crew. Like she's up there. Like needs more respect. So I do feel that there's a lot of good points for Nami against Queen. I really do like that.
Listen, come to the church of Nami beats Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the best one. It's the best one.
Yep. Nami Mami. Yep. Love it. It's good stuff. But what would be your next controversial opinion?
Senior Pink, I think, is overrated. Not that he's a bad character, because I don't think he's a bad character, but I've had people tell me that he is like top 5 One Piece characters. Not side characters, like top 5 One Piece characters. Ridiculous. I've had people tell me that like writing wise, he is like the best written side character in One Piece. Ridiculous. Momonosuke exists. Kinemon exists. We have multiple people. Even like among like the like side villains, I think that there are multiple side villains that actually have, you know, pretty substantial writing and could go up to him. So it's like you can make that argument. But the fact that people say that they say Senior Pink is one of the best written people in One Piece, one of the best written this and that. He's a good character, and his fight was very good. I actually think that the writing in his fight is underrated, but Senior Pink himself is very overrated. I think that people really stretch out his writing because it was so shocking, but I think that there are far better side characters in One Piece. Like there are characters that are just fantastic as side characters. Um, so yeah, I don't think I can agree with that.
I mean, when you think about top 5 side characters, I mean, like Gaimon. Like, I mean, what a guy. What a man. Like, you know, he's beautiful. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I think it's so easy to jump on the whole, like, you know, Senior Pink is like, you know, whoa, what a man, so hard boiled, what a legend, like, amazing. Like, it was a really captivating and really interesting story for him. It was really not. It was like such a surprise too for a character that kind of looking on the surface so outlandish. It was very interesting, and Oda's very good at putting those sorts of depth layers for characters. But yeah, to kind of jump on the whole thing of Senior Pink best top 5, I think it's just more so like kind of not meme territory, but it's like kind of just like an easy thing to say to kind of put him up there. Because I mean, yeah, he's so hard boiled. He's like, oh my god, he's amazing. Like it's easy to
Yeah,
say.
I think that people really do like him because he's like that hard boiled type shit. So I don't I don't know, bro.
He's on
People
that
really
hard
do be
boiled
liking that.
lifestyle. I mean, I just think I just don't get it. You know, I think I just have to just be a part of that hard boiled lifestyle to understand. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people maybe live in that kind of lifestyle. I don't know. Who knows? But
Oh my god.
yeah. Do you have anything else that comes to mind in terms of opinions, or
Uh,
maybe like clashes of opinion that you've had with a number of different creators?
I mean, I always clash on the Blackbeard stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think that Caesar is like actually one of the smartest people in the One Piece verse.
Mm.
Like point blank, I think that Caesar is smarter than all of the other scientists. Let's see. Uh,
Smarter than Vegapunk.
no, I mean like I think Vegapunk is like somewhat smarter, but I think that people like really think that like Caesar's like super below Vegapunk. Like Vegapunk,
Yeah.
I think is definitely smarter, but I don't think that the gap is as far as people think. I think
Okay.
that Caesar is pretty intelligent. Um,
I
so
think
yeah.
I think mainly I think that's interesting to say because I mean what separates Caesar and just like an infinite amount of knowledge, like it just doesn't go away or something, isn't that his whole gripe with his whole fruit? So
Yeah, that he has yeah.
pretty
But
much.
also like he has a lot of like void sentry information, and I think that that also helps booster him where like Caesar doesn't, and he has to like create these things.
Yeah,
Um
yeah. So it's like if he didn't have that sort of Delphin ability just to just obtain just you know keep all of that knowledge, yeah, like I would see more of an even playing field with Caesar and Vegapunk. So you kind of have to give Vegapunk that edge because of that. But yeah, the Void
like
Sentry knowledge is definitely
Vegapunk's
part of
smart.
it. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like Vegapunk is smarter, but Caesar is a lot closer than I think people think.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
Caesar's kind of him. So
Yeah, I've kind of written off Caesar, so okay, I'm gonna have to put more respect on him. It's kind of like putting more respect on like as it was a Gecko Moria, um, with the whole shadows ability, and I guess especially now with like Eames' ability being revealed with like the shadows and like these sort of shadowy figures, there was a talk of saying you know Moria's gonna be a part of things, Moria's gonna be big, and I'm like oh, okay, I don't really care for Moria, but okay, so who knows? I mean yeah, that's an interesting point as well. Um, do you have any sort of thoughts on AIM in general? Like, do you have any expectations, or are you in agreement with any theories that you've heard on AIM?
I think that Emu is interesting. there's been a lot of, I think, speculation about Emu's character. My favorite is that I personally think that Emu of Nerona is based on like Romeo and Juliet, like
Okay.
in Verona.
Yeah.
Where our fair scene takes place. I think that there might be a Romeo and Juliet type connection with Joy Boy and Emu. I definitely think that Emu's a girl. I don't think that there's any ifs, ands, or buts. I think that Emu's definitely has this feminine side. Um,
Yeah.
and then to the point of what Emu looks like, she has a lot of like high priestess tarot card type vibes. So I just that's kind of what I'm thinking at that point. Powers, I'm not too sure though.
Yeah.
Like there isn't anything that really I think has any like substantial evidence for it.
Yeah. That is a very interesting point. I mean, ultimately, when it comes back to the Void Century and big key players during that time, and why the Gorosei fear the Nika fruit so much is, yeah, like, you have characters like Eam and Joy Boy being those prominent figures, especially if Eam is to believed as being this immortal figure that was like one of the first kings in that time. Yeah, so that'd be very interesting to have such a tighter connection between Joy Boy and Eam in that way. That to me really fascinates me. So yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard that kind of theory, having them be like a Romeo Juliet type of situation. Um, and yeah, I mean, in terms of like the appearance for like Eam as well, it's been that long of just seeing this shadowy figure. I don't know if if Eam's gonna stay that kind of shadowy figure. Like that's actually Eam's appearance. I don't know. It's just crazy. Like it's been this long. I mean, now we've heard her speak. Now I imagine in future we'd be actually see more of her appearance. But yeah, I just am interested to see more of Eam's character and how exactly it relates to Joy Boy in the Void Century. So yeah. But yeah, those are some very
No.
interesting points. Um, do you have any? I see a lot of chat going on in the chat here. And again, feel free to throw down any questions to us as we start to go and wrap things up here. Because now we're getting past the 1 hour mark. We're getting closer to the end here.
All right.
If there's
Word up.
anything you see as well in the chat that you maybe want to address or anything you want to bring up, feel free to go and do so.
All right. Word up, word up.
All right.
There was something about Nolan. I feel like Nolan theories are really interesting. I definitely think need to look more into Nolan. He's one of my favorite side characters.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I think that Nolan is better written than Senior Pink. But,
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. There's. I
Oh,
mean,
look. Oh, look.
Nolan is cool.
Oh, see, so I see here
I don't
Nolan
know.
always in my top 5 and Bon Clay. How can you? Come on, Bon Clay over Senior Pink. Come on, like Bon Clay, amazing. Oh my god.
I would say that Nolan is just, so I probably put if I'm doing like a top 5 like doing it.
Yeah.
It's definitely Momonosuke if we're going. I would put Momonosuke. I would put Nolan, Kinemon. Then I'm going to be putting, ooh, this gets a little trickier because I know my top 3 because I think that they're
Yeah.
just like really well written. You could technically put oh, what's his name again? Among Us guy. uh
Among
he's Among Us. That's what
Us.
Crunchyroll
Is he
said.
sus? What is he?
Yeah, he was super sus. It's, oh my gosh, what is his name? Why am I blanking on it? He has the pink hair. He has the paint fruit where he like paints stuff. He betrayed the samurai. What's his name? Why did I
Oh my
blank on this?
god. No. Yeah, him.
Why
He
did I
was
blank on
sus. He
this?
was Among Us. He was sus.
No, what is his name?
What about Bon Clay? Bon Clay surely can be up there.
I would put him at 5, but I
Yeah,
needed this guy.
yeah, that's because Bon Clay. Wow.
Listen, because honestly, the Wano characters are just fantastic, bro. Is the lore behind CHESTNUT TANUKI actually tied to Noland? It's not. What is? Oh
Kanjuro?
my god,
Is it Kanuro? Kanjuro? Yeah, Kanjuro. That's it.
Kanjuro.
Kanjuro, yeah, all
Oh
right.
my gosh! Now that I did this, CHESTNUT is actually based on my hair color.
Okay.
And the color of an actual Tanuki. And then Tanukis are because I have really dark circles under my eyes. You can definitely see them on stream. I've always had these ever since I was a kid.
Okay.
You don't see them too much on my TikTok because I do like Facetune a bit so that I don't have to put on makeup, so I don't get acne.
Life
But
hacks. I
yeah,
mean, look, that's if the tools are there, just like, might as well,
yeah,
like,
because Yeah, because I can put on makeup, but it's not worth it. Because I don't wear makeup at work because I work in a hospital.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I was like, I have raccoon eyes. Tanukis are Japanese raccoons. I make anime content, so it just turned out to be the chestnut Tanuki.
Yeah, cool.
I put the in front of it to make it sound official, and
It,
my username has underscores because I think they look cool.
I mean, it does sound pretty official, and I mean, I kind of felt I made the same thing. Like when I made my old channel was Hype Hunter. I'm like, okay, and then I made it again. This new channel, it's like, Hype Hunter. I'm gonna put YT because like it's official, like Hype Hunter YouTube. Like, yeah. So I thought the same way, but it does sound very official.
You know,
All right,
that's how it be.
that's how it do. That's how it be. All right, so I'm gonna quickly go through the chat with you guys before we go and wrap things up. But we've got a lot of viewers here, a lot of people coming out here to go and support you, which is really really cool. And again,
Um,
you were recommended by a lot of people to be on here, so I'm glad that you were able to go and hop on by and
I
join the stream.
I'm also really glad because like a lot of these people are like my friends. Like and I really appreciate it. Like it was funny because I have done a stream with Desness and Desness is like awesome. He's I listen, I know that like a lot of guys don't like being called like adorable, but like I was like, oh my gosh, I love him. He's so sweet and
Uh-huh.
kind. Um, if you don't shout out our video, bro. Uh Ronnie is one of my close friends. Ragnar is one of my awesome friends.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty Ninja needs to change his name because he is not nasty. Yo, Joy Girl in the chat too. 3 Day is awesome. Doron is
Oh,
always there.
Joy
Killer
Girl's here.
Comedy.
Hey,
I've
Sophie.
been doing stuff. The ancient one. Oh yeah. So me, Marth, Ronnie, Kev, Dog. Kev is also super cool as well.
Yeah.
He was in there earlier. We did like this Oda Ancient Aliens thing.
Okay.
Um, it was actually a really fun video to do. So if you have time, check it out because
Okay.
Ronnie's telling me I need to shout it out. Uh,
Okay.
but and oh yeah, and Dak is super cool. So Dak, I was
Yep.
actually I remember seeing Dak because my friend Zaki was like, "Yo, Dak is like super cool." Zaki is probably coming back to make content at some point. If you
Okay.
don't know
Yep.
Zaki on one, he was just moving. But I'm like super good friends with Zaki, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like Dak is like super cool," and I'm like, "Yo." So I've always been kind of like like background supporting, but it's cool. Like I love talking to people. I love making friends, and I don't see people as like like they come to watch. I don't see them as like fans. Like these people are cool. Like they're cool like friends. So
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, like
Zaki's awesome.
yeah, like Dak, like it was like one of my yeah, like my very first like guest to hop on here. So I was really grateful to have him come on here and to give me advice as well and to help me out and make me feel so comfortable to do these sort of streams. So everyone here like such good friends, more than happy to go and hop on here and chat like at any time. It's just like such a good time and oh my god. Oh my god. See, this is what happens, right? Every time I do a stream and I'm like, all right, guys, had a lovely time to wrap things up. It's been fantastic. They always pull me back in. Killer Call Me TV gifting another 10 memberships. Are you serious? Oh my god. Stop it.
Yo, Killer Comedy was funny because like I'm not monetized yet. So he was in my stream the other day and he's like, I don't know what to do if I can't give subs. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's like, yeah, like they be out here doing this. That is crazy.
No
Wow.
white walkers anymore. Yeah, this is cool. I've never actually interacted with Joy Girl. So what's up? What's up?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Joy Girl's awesome. Yeah. Funny enough, I actually, was hanging out with Joy Girl on the weekend. We went and saw a symphony, like a candlelit symphony orchestra for like they're playing One Piece anime soundtracks, and one of them was the One Piece. Like they played We Are, and it was just so cool because it's just like all the songs that are playing and you kind of anticipate, okay, here comes One Piece, here it comes. And as soon as the first note played, the tone changed like completely because it was just so on point.
oh my
But it
god.
was really, really fun. So yeah, Joy Girl. Didn't expect her to pop on by. So that's a fun little surprise. But yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, really, really cool. Honestly, saved
Word
me
up.
during the reverie because it started at 2 o'clock in the morning for us.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, so my plan was to leave at 4 a.m. to sleep. and we're in the middle of the stream. I'm like, oh, I don't want to leave. It was like, I don't want to be that first person to say, hey guys, I'm leaving, because it's like such a big thing. It was fun. But then, you know, Sophie was like, all right, I'm going to duck on out. It's late here. I'm going to sleep. I was like, thank God. Because then after she was done, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going to dip out as well. Thanks. So I could sleep. But yeah, she's always looking out for us. But yeah, but everyone here, amazing. The support, I can't. If you guys haven't done so, please go to the CHESTNUT Tanukis, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Go to all of the things. Go to all of them. Support, share. Short form content is on the rise, and I feel that it's really, really cool to have that, because for someone like me as well, I don't really have that kind of time just to sit down and watch like a 10-20 minute theory or deep dive video. Like, as someone who does what I do and is busy, that's not really suited for me. So to have that short form content is really, really cool. And I actually watched a bunch of the short form videos that you were doing as well, because I thought it was just so much easier to digest, and it was great. So for a lot of people, I think that's really, really cool. So you should definitely go over and support the short form content.
Word. Also, don't mind me dropping you a link for there's this AI thing, and you can take live streams and you can put it in there, and it gives you smaller clips.
Okay.
So it's an AI thing. I was gonna test it out, but I forgot that I wanted to give that to you too. There's actually a lot of like, now AI is a very like iffy subject, but I've been testing out certain things to see if it would help with my workflow. So
yeah.
if you guys have stuff, let me know. And if I have stuff, I share all my resources. So everything that mi casa es su casa. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's super important, to be able to not be afraid to give advice. And again, Dax, when he hopped onto the stream with me, he immediately afterwards gave me like a 2-page document saying, here are the notes I've written down to maybe give you some advice on what to do moving forward. And that was really cool, because, you know, I didn't ask for any sort of advice in general. I'm just here just kind of doing my own thing. But there have been such nice people in the community that are more than happy to go out of their way to go and offer some advice, which is really cool. And we can all support each other, because at the end of the day, a lot of people who watch our content, my hope is that they feel inspired to not be afraid to express their thoughts, opinions, theories, whatever it be, online. And if we're allowing people to give them more advice and more tools to do so, especially short form, like you can easily grab your phone and just do a video. And you're a testament to that. Like, anyone can do that, and not to have a massive setup. Anyone can do it, which is really, really cool. And they can be really successful from doing it, which is really, really nice. Quickly, nice shout out from Damien. Damien, thank you. Really appreciate it. Nice for you to go and stop on by. Really appreciate all the support, Damo. Good stuff. Love the support. Awesome.
Also, yeah, guys, CapCut is it. This is the only thing that you need to edit your videos. If you want to do TikToks like mine and stuff, here it is.
There you go. That's all you need. That's all you need. Just a fun theory, a fun opinion, some excitement, enthusiasm, passion, a phone, CapCut. That's really, and clips. If you want to put clips in, there you go. And apparently some nice AI tools. I actually wanted to go and do some fun, dumb content with AI. I actually have an idea to maybe try to do a video where like I tell AI to come up with storylines and I'll read them. Or maybe in like, who knows, like storylines, fan fiction, I don't know. Just random things. Just putting a theory in there and then maybe like, well, what if this is this? And just see what the AI comes up with. I think it'd be really fun, because what's happening right now is pretty crazy for AI. Like I saw a video pop up where you can now use an AI to like edit videos. Like you just put it in and it just edits everything. That really freaks me out.
Listen, bro, if you find one, let me know, bro.
Yeah, I know. I saw that because I was like, oh man, that'd be great. And I saw that. I'm like, oh god, this is dangerous technology. But look, like short form content, it's a nice way to dip your toes in. It's a really good way to go and put your words out there, and meet up with some great people, because there's a lot of great people in this community. So
There really is. The One Piece community is probably one of the most wholesome, sweet communities. Like, despite there sometimes being drama, because every community has drama,
Yeah.
the majority of the people I've met have been not only incredibly supportive, but also just like have given me confidence to just kind of keep going and succeed. And it's really cool. So I love this community. It's
Yeah.
just awesome.
It is really, really cool. And yeah, I say this every time when it comes up to talking about the community, but yeah, honestly, there is not a community I've ever been a part of or seen that is closely tied as this. Like being able now to like we're having a stream right now. Two up and coming creators on our platforms, just doing our own thing, and we have all these different creators now in the chat. You have Dax, you have Joy Girl, you have Desnez, all these different people, Parvision, just popping in by, saying hello, how you going? Having some fun, and everybody else in the chat just reaching out with the super chats, memberships, the nice comments. It's just such a good time, and it honestly isn't a community like this. So I'm really grateful to be a part of it and be able to connect with more people like yourself on a weekly basis, which is really, really cool.
Yo,
Yeah,
I appreciate it. And I agree.
yeah, for sure. Now, with that being said, unfortunately, I really do want to keep talking because now that everybody in the chat is like getting hyped up, getting excited with all these people chatting, I gotta be in the reality of my camera's gonna die any second. So I gotta try to, instead of cutting you off and going, I think I should go and wrap this up. So
No worries.
yeah, no worries. Again, end it on a high note. That's the way I like to leave it. So once again, thank you, Chestnut, for stopping by. It's been so much fun, and I'm really excited to chat in the future. And maybe you'll be able to see me step into more short form content, and see how I go. It's a scary new world, but you've shown that you can really come up with some really nice content and grow a really nice community from it. So thank you so much for being here.
Of course, I'm super excited to have been on. I had a ton of fun. And obviously my doors are open. If you ever need help, if you need me to even like, you're like, hey, can you edit a video and see like how just so I can see how it's done? Like, I am always open to help. I'm always open to do stuff. This is community, and we're doing this all for fun. So, just just hit me up. Even if we're doing doing stuff, you want to do content, more streams stuff, hit me up. I'm always open, and hopefully, you know what I mean? I can do some cool stuff like that with you as well when I get a
Yeah.
good schedule. My schedule is trash right now. I don't know what anything is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Doing the daily content, doing everything you're doing is pretty full on and pretty crazy. But you're out here doing it, and it's been very, very inspiring for a lot of people, including myself. So, with that being said, again, guys, thank you so much in the chat. Everybody that's been in here, whether like you've put a super chat on, whether you've donated excessive amounts of gifted memberships. I just want to say thank you for being here. I really appreciate all of your support. Best community out here. And as I say that, my camera has just died.
Oh my
Perfect.
gosh.
So, that being said, thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care, and I'm going to see you all on the next one.